Full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Scores! He scores!
Let's fucking go, Brian!
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Friday. And indeed, he did score as Artemi Panarin gives the Rangers a 3-0 series lead with an opportunity tomorrow, Tony, to close it out with another clean sweep. Euphoria is in the air.
I mean, it really is, dude. In the pure sense of the word, I feel euphoric for the Rangers. It really is ridiculous. I was talking to Mike on the phone before the show, too. I mean, literally, like, never in my life have I seen a Rangers team play this well, look this good.
Yeah.
And I've never had, like, more of a certainty that they're going to be winning this cup, hoisting it, dude.
Yeah.
Going to the parade. And, I mean, they keep on proving it. It's more evident game in and game out. I mean, overtime winner in Raleigh, that goal was ridiculous, dude. And again, another game too where the Hurricanes, vastly outshoot us and everything like that. And I mean, obviously we'll get more into it, but I mean, it's just ridiculous, dude. It really is crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it really is. And like you said, we will get into it. But there's so much to get to. Obviously, big weekend is upon us. Let's start with the comments. What do we got here? A little Kev Do.
Oh, you know about Kev Do. What a win for the Rangers last night. He still wants the smoke of the Matthew Gabriel. What a day yesterday. Have your golf, dude. Have the Remos. Have the Rangers, dude. Josh B. With the let's fucking go. Let's fucking go Rangers. And then what a fucking game, he's saying. And then what up, fam? Hashtag TCA, hashtag sportsboard, hashtag DTV. He's got to be as riled as the both of us are, and equally as pumped for the Knicks game tonight, I'm sure.
Yes. If anybody knows, Josh B knows what a feeling right now, and what a day. Matt spoke to it that we had yesterday. The golf, the Remos, the Rangers, and then to cap it off with the NHL 24 tournament. And your tournament champion, Anthony Materiello. Yes, Tony. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
You know what, though? I have to say, even though you did shut me out 3-0 in the championship, I had to feel good. Before that, I had won my previous 2 games. So something I don't know if I ever had done before, to be honest. So.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, there were some chances, too, where my goalie had to kind of bail me out there. Nico Dawes for the Devils, dude. And honestly, I think you're better playing you. Yeah. Like your defense is like you're more on top of it.
Yeah, it's like like I was telling you last night, you don't pass it with the goalie. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Also, don't do so much manual switching at the last second, give you the opening.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, it was still 3-0. But maybe if I didn't do that, maybe it would have been 6-0 like the old days. So the offense, I still don't get the I know I sound like I don't know what whatever adjective you want to use, but the whole shot, the deke, I just at the end of the day I don't get it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like the mechanics are a little different
on
for the new
game.
One. And I still that was my second time playing the new game, and I still kind of haven't really figured it out. Like there are times where I'm trying to do a slap shot, my guy is just like literally,
dude. The stick in the air in the old game.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on here? And even with the deking too, he's not like I don't know, man. I think that there's something different going on. We gotta look into that.
We will look into that and get it. Maybe the answer is to go back to classic controls. I feel you don't like that, but also, is that what Matthew does? Is he shooting with circle?
I know that like when we play in the past, he has changed it over to.
I feel like that's the thing for me. I know it's better, obviously, just get it down. But for me, just to like have a puncher's chance against you, I might need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to try it out. Even for me, I haven't played like that in freaking forever, dude.
But yeah, what a day, what a time yesterday. The course, Tony. You with the long putt on, hold on, let me think about this. So 10, 11,
13?
12, 13.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was sick, dude. I know again, I mean, I feel like, putts have been something that like has been like just terrible. And I had some poor showings in the green too, but again, it's really more just about controlling your speed, I guess, dude. I'm just so light,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Better to be short
Yeah.
than long. And it's really all direction at the end of the day.
It really is. And honestly, like I feel like those greens too. I mean, there's not too many holes too that where it's a lot of like
sloping.
Yeah.
It's flat around the cup.
It
it's
is pretty
just
flat.
Fast and uphill or downhill. But
Yeah.
right at the cup, because at Hudson Hills, I feel like it was a lot of like this right at around the cup.
Yeah. No, yeah. And freaking the grassy knoll or wherever.
Grassy
Hill in Orange. Also hilly.
What about fair shot? Flat or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat divots on the green.
How about having the whole course to ourselves yesterday too, by the way?
I know, and I got a little nervous too because the guy says, "Hey, there's a class or whatever, high school behind you."
Yep.
Didn't even have to worry about them at all. We had some old guys behind us who were, they were fine. So
and they only played 9.
So
the whole back 9. There was literally nobody behind us.
They were sick, dude. I mean, we closed down the place too. It was good, dude.
And do you feel like, obviously, you have a few rounds under your belt this season. Do you feel like you kind of have a sense of like where you're at in terms of like next time really like capitalizing on the rounds you've gotten in this year and really like putting something together?
Yeah, I think so, dude. I mean, again, like the putting I've been trying to figure out. I've been getting better at that. And then it's like those chips from like, 100 in. Like I thought I had some pretty good ones that kind of landed on the green, around the green. Whereas I would like in the past, it'd be
such a liner.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude.
And from those shots, again, you're using the lob or using the pitching wedge?
The 60-degree wedge.
Dude, that's nice because, dude, that club is tough for people to get used to. Yeah, a lot of people struggle line it. I was like that forever. And then now all of a sudden, like that's my favorite club, especially on that course. You're using it every single hole.
Yeah, it literally is like the most used club I have. And dude, when you hit that like nice and you feel like hit the ball flush and you just see it great, like up and down, and you're like, you just feel so good.
And I love too, a lot of times, like I'll take the biggest divot known to mankind, and then it's a perfect shot.
Yeah.
It like seems like, oh, you hit the ground. No, it's like
it goes right under.
Perfect. Popped right up.
Yeah.
So an awesome time with everybody yesterday. Can't wait to do it again soon. And I know Bernie's jacked up.
Oh yeah, dude. His with the fat fucking morning, boys. Happy Friday. Have a great show. A Kev Do Kick Rocks Classic.
Let's go, Bernie.
And then Josh B remembering when you guys went to Nob Hill.
We know Josh B is earning to go back to Nob Hill.
Yeah, dude, that would be sick. I've never golfed with Josh. I'd love to golf with him.
Yeah, no, it was a great time for sure. And I think, honestly, at this point, we could probably get 2 foursomes together.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Get back-to-back tee times.
Michael was riled afterwards.
Riled. I was saying it when I was on the phone with him before about the wallet situation. And he was saying, like, wow. Like, that was just, like, unbelievable.
Yeah, so much fun, dude. And again, like, once you start hitting some good shots, you just feel great about everything.
Like,
dude.
did you see Matt's face after he had those? I think he had 2 bogeys in a row or something, or 2 pars, and he's literally like,
yeah, dude.
He was so excited, and that is the perfect example of you're so riled. Like it's literally one of the best feelings in the world when you're dialed.
Literally, he had some great putts too.
He did.
Oh my God, dude, a lot of them with
dude.
Yeah,
he did.
Love that.
It's unbelievable, and I've seen it over the last couple of years. The transformation,
Love
going from him only playing once a year, maybe to getting a couple of rounds, it makes such a big difference.
It really does, dude. Just want to do it more.
And more. And that we will. So a lot to get to. Just wanted to update everybody. I guess they haven't teed off yet this morning, but your leader after round 1 at the Wells Fargo, Xander Schauffele, 7 under 64, 3-shot lead over Colin Morikawa, Alex Norton, and Rory McIlroy. You got JT with a solid 68 yesterday to put himself in contention. Jason Day shot 68 as well. Jordan Spieth shot 69. Nick Dunlap shot 69. How about Gary Woodland shooting a 1 under 70?
There we go. Dude.
There we go. There it is, Tony. Ricky Fowler, even par, Cam Young, even par, and Jake Knapp, even par. So we'll keep an eye out for this. I don't see anything about, weather, this or that, but I guess there is some weather because it's saying 11 o'clock is the first tee off today. So
all right, interesting.
That's where we're at there. At the other tournament on the PGA Tour, how about Bob McIntyre? A one-shot lead at 9 under par, shot 64 yesterday. He's 2 under through 7 holes today. And he has a one-shot lead over Wu, Bramlett, and Doe. Also in contention here, Bo Hostler, 7 under. So he's 2 shots back. Eric Van Rooyen is 6 under. He's 3 shots back. I believe Joel Damon was 1 under yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
I can double check here.
Would love to see him just put it together, but 2 under 69. Nice. So he's 7 shots back, but hasn't teed off yet today. So we'll see what happens, and if there's any developments, with these tournaments while we are still on, we will give them to you.
Mm-hmm. Who did you pick to win?
Rory McIlroy.
Rory to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of crazy. 1 week from today will be the second round of the PGA Championship at Valhalla. I've already seen some pictures of Tiger getting his practice rounds in.
How's he looking?
I just saw a quick picture. I didn't see any articles or anything. But knowing nothing, Tony, Tiger at Valhalla. What's the forecast there?
Knowing nothing?
Yeah.
That's tough, dude. I mean, knowing nothing, I don't know, man. Top 25 at best.
I mean, top 25, I think, is like a winning a major for
Tiger. Yeah, at this point. But it's tough. It's tough to try and dictate, dude. I really can't imagine, honestly, what's going on really inside his head.
But more likely that or miscut double digits over par.
I don't think he'll miss the cut.
No,
I think he'll make the cut.
But what is it? It's he's fine because it's he's not worn out the first 2 rounds, and then the weekend it's just shot. Or do you think it would have been different if he didn't have to play all those holes on Saturday for the Masters?
I mean, part of me thinks it would be different, but I still think that the first 2 days catches up with him. I think come Sunday, he's gonna be beat. But I mean, again, I feel like he was just dealt a bad card, a card at that point, because like you said, he had the makeup round, playing more in one day, the rain too. I mean, the weather, it affects your body. I know it from past injuries. Once a little chillier out one day or rainy, my body's a little bit more achy. And
or if you're drinking, but which he doesn't, supposedly.
You think he does?
No, I'm saying he says he doesn't. So right. I'm just saying that's supposedly what the deal is.
But do you believe him?
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess
kind of sounds like you
not to make it not to make a joke. And obviously, part of it was from the injuries, but it seems like he's done other substances,
right.
But I mean, I'm hoping for a good performance, but I have to say,
I know it's so tough.
It just seems like 4 days in a row. It's just it's the walking, and I was gonna look up the weather, but I was trying to figure out. I know it's in Kentucky, but what part? I thought it's Valhalla, Kentucky, but it's not.
It's not called Valhalla, Kentucky.
How dare they? Louisville? Is it in Louisville?
Oh, Louisville.
Okay.
That's what it says.
So let's see what the forecast is. What's your guess, Tony? Louisville this week. I mean, Louisville, it should be warm.
I would imagine 80 and sunny.
So next week, 76 and cloudy, 40% chance of rain on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, fully sunny, but 72, 63. I think that's manageable.
Oh,
it's not dude. Barely Friday. Let's see what the rain. The rain on Friday is very small, and it's not till 5, 6 o'clock. So if he gets a good tee time, we're talking temperatures in the 70s other than that 63 on Sunday. I mean, he's got a chance.
I think he's got a puncher's chance, as they say.
I always forget this, and I feel embarrassed, but what did we have for the PGA again?
Who did we have?
Yeah.
It's a great question. Let's review the notes here.
Okay. I know I had Jordan Spieth.
I may have had Hovland, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. But watch, it'll probably be Brooks, even though, terrible performance at the Masters. No, I mean, in terms of actually.
Who wins?
But he did just win in, I think, Daya or Singapore. Might have been Singapore.
Okay, so interesting. For the PGA, I have written down here Morikawa.
Oh, okay. I thought I was thinking
Mhm.
Spieth for the Grand Slam.
And then I have Koepka.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's freaking
Back
go,
to
dude.
back.
Cool. And then the Open, you have Rory, and I have Hovland for the Open.
Okay. All right. So we'll see. Obviously, you're actively rooting against Rory. Do you see those? I just kind of briefed over, but you see like the long comments people left on the video of us talking about the short on Spieth and Woods and stuff.
No, actually.
There was a couple long comments, and they
Yeah?
were basically just saying like it's a completely different situation. Like Jordan is still young enough in his prime, but he's going through like this terrible stretch.
Yeah.
Tiger has accomplished so much.
Right.
It's the end of his career, but it was
That's so funny. Let's go. People riled for the golf talk.
The golf.
Let's
the golf.
go, dude.
You're riled for the golf.
I really
Next, I'm
am,
guaranteeing.
dude.
What are you shooting?
Dude, I definitely beating 106. I
Yeah.
guarantee beating 106.
Like you're almost thinking miss number 99.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Because I totally, again, I wish I had known like what my score was at. I think at that last hole. So I don't even remember, but I kept like trying over and over again to get it over
So
that
you
little
got a
pond.
9 on the last hole?
10, I think.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas if I took the drop, it would have literally, dude, I literally sunk 5 balls in that
Which
pond.
I'm thinking you're set. So you teed off and you were
Right.
in the fairway or no?
I think it took me, no, I wasn't in the
You had to
fairway,
punch
off the
out.
fairway, punched out right in front of the
Okay,
pond.
so you're hitting 3 right in front of the pond.
Yes.
And all you had to do, once you hit 3, you could have dropped 5 on the other side.
Correct.
Probably made 7. And then that would have been what?
107.
107. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that makes a difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's all about management.
I know. Dude.
Your guy, our guy, everyone's guy, Michael Butka saying, "What's up, guys? Let's go." Tatum sucks. Tatum got pooped at home.
Popped.
You know, and
It's popped,
yeah,
right?
it is popped. And we're gonna save the NBA for the last, like we always do, Michael.
But you called it, dude.
But yes, we can go back to the tape. The minus 13.5. All I knew is
Kind of crazy, dude.
that I smelled a rat.
Yeah.
Jeremy Shapp.
Where's Domac?
Where is Domac again? We'll
The
get
hat.
to it, but we're excited to talk about the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's a nail break. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Right, all right. So, like we said in the open, what a game last night in Raleigh as the Rangers win their second consecutive overtime game, 3-2 over the Carolina Hurricanes. And if you think about this game, you know, tightly contested first period, back and forth. Halfway through, the Ranger killer himself, Jake Gensel, Tody, with his 4th goal of the postseason, gave the Rangers a 1-0 lead. That was the only scoring in the first period. And obviously we were still on the course when that happened. But, you know,
Kinda
all
crazy.
of us, you know, of course, you're tight, they're down, you hate being down. That's always the mindset, especially hockey, because there's so much less scoring than any other sport. You know, obviously soccer is like the same thing, maybe even less for soccer. But regardless of that, you just want to be up 1-0. You know, you might know, okay, maybe they'll tie it, whatever, but you always want to get that first goal. They didn't, but this Rangers team really different than any other team, where
Clearly.
that doesn't matter. 1-0 does not matter, and Chris Kreider proves that. A shorty, a little over halfway through the second period, his 4th goal of the postseason as well. Mika with his 9th assist. So that tied the game at 1. We went to the third period with that score, tied at 1. And then 6.5 minutes in, Alexis Lafreniere, Tony, his 3rd goal of the postseason. And is it his 3rd straight? Or no. He's had 2 goals last game. So it's 3 goals in 2 games. So that gave the Rangers a 2-1 lead there. With 13.5 minutes left, you're thinking, you know, can they just, you know, the rest of the way just lock down on defense, get through? Almost did. But then Andrei Svechkinov, a crazy sequence, a broken stick, And just what a shot too. He wasn't even looking
Yeah,
at the net, which is crazy. And there was no velocity on it. It was just a pop-up shot, corner left pocket. That tied the game at 2. And you think about that, and it's like what we just talked about from the previous game. You're right there to close it out, a minute and a half left, and you give up that goal. And again, that thought is you let them back in. What usually happens when you let a team back in? Are you going to pay for it? There were no more scoring, obviously, the last minute and a half. I think there was a close call on one shot that they
against
had.
Igor.
Against Igor.
Dude.
Igor, obviously, another outstanding game. And then we head to overtime. Overtime only lasts 2 minutes. Tony missing the start of overtime. Still tight about it, I think,
I am
today.
really tight about it, actually.
But Artemi Panarin, the kick goal, Tony.
Dude, love that.
To win the game for the Rangers, 3-2, his 4th of the year. Vinny T, Alexis Lafreniere in on the assist there, and the New York Rangers are 1 game away, Tony, from a second consecutive sweep and a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second time in the past 3 years. What a performance from the New York Rangers.
It really, I mean, to say what a performance, I mean, it's really an understatement. Again, I was saying this to Brian before the show. It's just absolutely crazy how much they've been proving themselves, day in, day and night out here, against a great team too. I mean, we talked about it. You sweep the Capitals, a wild card team. You play the Hurricanes, who are like favorited. Like they were favorited to win the cup, the Hurricanes. And you're coming in here and you're winning 3 games in a row. You're beating them in Raleigh. And, we talked about top of the game. We give up a goal to start off. I mean, that's kind of what you expected from the Hurricanes, though. I mean, you're in their house. The Hurricanes do have a great fan base down there. I mean, you give up a goal first. You're kind of on your heels. Hurricanes came out storming. You go on the power play a few times, you kill them off. But again, I mean, it's a lot to handle. And you give up that first goal, and like you said, Brian, you don't ever want to be down. Obviously, it's not a great feeling. And again, against the team at the Hurricanes, I know we won the first 2 games, but again, like you're thinking at some point or another, the Hurricanes are going to be turning it on. And the pendulum will start to sway towards them, but I mean that really never happened, dude. And it really is outrageous. You talk about the resiliency of the team. Lafreniere, who's seemingly just coming into his own in this postseason. It really is great to see. I mean, we saw him last postseason was, I guess, when he kind of came out a little bit, the kid line, everything like that. But then, this regular season is when we really start to see some effects of maturity and stuff like that. And now this postseason is just, he's in the right line. He's with the right group of guys. And I mean, he's a powerhouse right now. Like it really is ridiculous. The 2 goals or 3 goals in 2 games. And speaking of the kid line, actually seeing Philip Hedl on the ice last night was kind of ridiculous. I don't know when that was reported, but I feel like no one was really talking about that yesterday, at least, leading up to the afternoon. I really didn't hear anything about that. That Rempe, wasn't starting and Hedl got the nod there. And I mean, Hedl was playing really well for the most part. I was trying to watch him, seeing him on the ice. And he almost scored. I don't know if you remember, dude. He had some ridiculous coast to coast push, between the legs, deke, and just couldn't really get a handle on it in front of Kochekov. But I mean, he was playing really well. And again, this is a guy who, I don't know, the injury was so weird with the concussion, and they ruled him out for the rest of the season, maybe postseason, but we'd see him next year was the narrative. And now here he is. And I mean, he could add some serious firepower to the bottom 6 here, and who's been doing so well. Your team's already so deep. Watching guys like Goudreau, Jimmy Vesey getting into a fight yesterday. I mean, these guys are contributing not only by scoring or assisting in scores, but in other ways as well. You have an entire team effort here. You mentioned Igor, like a .957 save percentage yesterday. Absolutely, he's on his head this postseason. Like literally, totally talk about being dialed in. I mean, he's embodying that right now.
And Kenny had mentioned this stat, Kenny Albert, that is score. So if you combine the last 2 games, Igor Shesterkin, I mean, this is unbelievable. But out of so 54 so he's had 99 saves the last 2 games.
Oh my God, yeah, I saw
99,
that.
Tony.
Ridiculous.
And I'm pretty sure, like, I know obviously overtime wasn't long, but I think going into like the third period, he only had like 23 saves. So he had like 20 something saves between third period and like 1 minute overtime. That's insane.
Ridiculous.
Kev really has to chill. I mean, he's mired in mediocrity with the Mets. Again, I mean, Kev is, though, the perfect example of what, I mentioned to Dave, and Dave even said he hates the Yankees, which, of course, I was really respected, as I said on my call into the sports port last week. But it's amazing how much Mets fans get off on that. I know you don't necessarily do that, but Kev, it's like a chocolate cake for him.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's just because he's been around more. He was maybe more, I guess, coherent in 2000.
Mm-hmm. But it just, I mean, listen, we all love Kev, but I just think, getting joy out of a team that's way better than you losing like one game. I mean, I don't know. It just seems a little weak. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, why not like maybe like get better yourself, like your team,
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Mets didn't lose yesterday, I guess, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they've done a lot of that so far. Plus, also too, it's like we're talking Rangers. Like, why is this even coming up? Like, we're around for the Rangers. We're all Rangers fans, and we're talking about this. No. Am I making it up, Tony?
You're not making it up, dude. I'm dialed into the Rangers. I don't care about the Yankees right now.
Well, see, then that is there. You go. You're part of it. You've become.
What do you want me to say? You want me to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna like kind of side with you that
really
much"?
You just said yes. Yes, you have a point. That's it. That's all we needed from you.
That's all you wanted. Okay.
Oh boy. But yeah. No. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead, dude. I was gonna say I want to take a look at this goal because I mean this goal again, like absolutely scores, dude.
Scores! He scores!
I really think that's good, gonna be my favorite call of all time.
Honestly, it really is great. By the way, it was cool by the way seeing or hearing Rosen on the radio. Yeah, that was dope, dude.
And I was talking to Matt about it when we were picking up Rivos. It really is like he really is John Sterling of hockey.
Yeah,
he's been around forever. Dude. He's so excited. That's what makes it.
Yeah,
he's so excited.
I think he is starting to lose it a little bit.
I know. He did. He was. Yeah. No, and also too. Because you were listening when I was playing like the two sounds of like they had like Kenny's call and then his call. And I don't know. It sounded. Dave Maloney might have said something too.
Yeah, it was Maloney too. That was crazy.
Weird. I don't know like what that was. I think they were just deliriously happy.
I think so. That's what it was too. But also, I feel like we talked about Rosen making some mistakes over the course of the year, and there was when I was listening on the radio, I feel like he kept wanting to say that Anderson was making the saves for the Hurricanes because he kept forgetting it was Kachekov.
Who Rosen?
Yeah, Rosen. Okay. He kept because there was some times where he like even paused, saved by Kachekov. But let's take a look at this goal, dude, because it's absolutely
let's go.
Ridiculous, dude. Let's see, where are we here, dude? Like. Of course, we have Vinny T in on the play here. And this backhand pass, I guess let's really just watch it in real time, dude. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, they're so sad. So sad. We mute it here. Overtime. Here we go, dude. Like, what a freaking play this is. I think it starts with Lafreniere, who dumps it in. And then it's just Trocheck right away. And I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Again, Lafreniere on the line to get into the point. The play starts with him. It reaches every forward you have, which is so ridiculous. And the Hurricanes fans are just devastated, dude. Like, it really is crazy.
Well, I mean, you've lost each game by one goal.
Literally,
the last two went to overtime. Mm-hmm. This game 2 went to a second overtime. Yeah. Talk about right there.
I know,
it's
dude.
Like losing game 7 3 years in a row.
And I do feel really bad for Kochekov too, because he played a great game.
He did.
Came in, answered the bell.
Remember they said the shock.
Yeah, dude.
On his face.
Oh my God, dude. He is. He's absolutely shocked because that really wasn't his fault necessarily. I mean, Panarin just came in untouched, and that goal. Like they practice this shit. Like that's what really gets me. They practice these deflection goals where they can confidently say to themselves, I can be there, put my stick here, and I know it'll go in, even though it's a crazy thing, dude. It's literally like when like you go to the golfing range and you hit, 100 balls with your 5-iron, you know for sure what distances you can make with your 5-iron. This is what they do, dude. Like, this is not by any means with the fucking kick celly. I mean, Panarin can't even believe it either. Oh my God. But by any means, dude, this is completely like on purpose. Like, look at that, dude. Like the deflection off the blade of his stick.
I could not believe watching the replay. It happened so quick. I didn't realize it was a kick goal. And like, does that happen often or no?
Well, it does hit his stick.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Okay.
So he has his blade down on the ice. Again, something that they practice this all the time. But Trocheck with a backhand pass. Absolutely ridiculous. The vision looking right at Panarin. And Panarin smartly does, it does seem like he does kind of kick it because he puts his leg up. But it hits his blade right down there on the ice. He opens up his legs, and it goes right off of, I think, Kochekov's stick, the top of it, the knob, and in. And there's fucking Martin Hook, that loser. Can't believe it. Rangers celebrating. Look, there it is again. Kind of a tougher angle, but you see it hit his stick right here. Oh, it does hit the defender. That's what it does. So crazy, dude.
Josh B says he can watch that goal 1,000 times.
Literally, dude. Honestly, the celebration, I think between Trocheck's celebration and Panarin's, I mean, I can watch those two like back to back forever, dude.
Yeah.
Trocheck's was sick with the cell phone footage of the fans in the glass, and he's just looking at them like that.
Wait, are you kidding?
Like, honestly, are you like tears to my eyes, Brian? So sick.
But is it almost like obviously we know what we have here with the Rangers, but is it almost like it's so amazing you're almost speechless?
Yeah,
like
literally, dude. Like I've never experienced a team this good in any sport that I follow. I've never experienced a team that's been this like prolific in their victories.
And you know what it is? It's being a fan and that a dedicated one is so hard. It's so grueling. Yeah. It's so painful. So to just like win 7 games to start
ridiculous
the postseason, and then last series, whatever you want to say about the Capitals, fine. But clearly Carolina, a good team. I mean, the Vegas favorites, Tony. So how's that plus 135 looking for the series price right now?
Honestly,
Tony? Is it minus 9,000 for the Rangers?
I hope Josh took my advice and put the mortgage on the Rangers this series.
Yeah. I mean, you put a couple shekels, could have been a nice payday.
A really nice payday. But it's sick, dude. And then 7-0, first time since 94.
Yeah.
Postseason, 7-0, dude.
That stat came up after you came back from your trip outside last night. I could not believe it, though. Like, I get it, though, because it's something big happens, especially with the Yankees or something, and I happened to miss it and then have to see a replay. Okay. But your face was almost like they lost overtime, honestly.
I didn't know how to feel in that moment, dude.
Wait, so who was when you were outside, who was keeping track of when the period was starting? Did you have
no one? No.
Oh, you were just standing
dude,
outside?
Honestly, I went outside, I'm like, oh, there's 10 minutes left of the intermission because they gave me the countdown. No, okay. 10 minutes. Like, oh, this is great. Like,
oh, did you have the stream on your phone going?
No, but I looked at it before we walked out. It's like, oh, 10 minutes.
Yeah, it did feel like you guys were outside for a while, though. And when you came back in, you were thinking, oh, there's at least a couple minutes. So
literally, I thought oh, we're going to be and puck drop. Like, I thought we were coming into puck drop, dude, is what I
think I literally said one thing and then scores.
Literally. Like, I walk in, I see out of my peripheral on the angle of the TV, like, a scores. I'm like, what?
No, and it was the goal. I think it was the go-ahead goal. What was it? The second period. And that was that Laffy in the second period?
Or no, it was Kreider shorthanded.
Kreider
shorthanded, yeah.
But I think you, obviously you were watching the game, but I think just that moment, you weren't because you were eating or whatever. And it was me and Michael at the same time seeing the goal. That was
Brian, where the trash bags. Goal!
He scores! Oh, man. And it's, it's so tough. I feel like we listen, I mean, I get it. Most people wouldn't do it either, but I'm almost a little tight we didn't go to a game earlier in the series. I've been looking out there. If there is a game 5, it's over 500. Stanley Cup, they're talking about getting in the door for 3 Gs. What? You know what I mean? I don't know if there's any Jack Dempsey's, right? Jack Dempsey's stakeout that is going to work. No, remember, no P. Remember we talked about this?
Dempsey's.
Yeah. But we've always said Dempsey's.
Yeah, you're right.
But
But yeah, I don't know. We have to, I don't know, go to the bank, take out a loan,
so annoying.
right? It kind of is. $3,000 is what they're saying to walk
For
in the
Stanley
door for
Cup.
Cup Finals.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
If in a game, though, I mean, I'll check. I mean, who knows? Maybe it went up at this point. But a game 5 that's not even guaranteed is just let's see. So yeah, 505 starting at 505, Tony.
Damn.
So crazy.
Really
And it
is,
really
dude.
actually, it's one of those things that they lie. It's actually 526. Upper goal 416. Row 7. Excuse me. But I just feel like I can just talk about the Rangers, like just keep going.
Oh my god, it really is, dude. But I mean, I would imagine too, that ESPN radio do some giveaway for like Stanley Cup tickets, right? They gotta, and we gotta win. We're gonna win. Call in, dude, every day.
I mean, there is one other way we could get the money, like in kind of a quick fashion.
Go on.
I mean, what do you think I'm gonna say?
I don't know. Do we want to go to the Mohegan?
I mean, at least it didn't take you that long to think of it. I'm just saying. I mean, there is a chance you go there,
Right.
have a big night.
Yeah, but how confident are you?
I
that you have the ability to do that.
I honestly think I could. It's just like, you know what it is though.
Yeah.
Trying to do that is as stressful as watching a Rangers playoff overtime game.
Yeah, no, I could imagine sweating.
But I was like, I know I can do it, but it's like, do I want to like put myself out there? And though,
right,
there is a wrinkle to this. I'm on Tuesday. I have a golf outing through work at the course, and we're actually going to stay there after. So,
oh wow,
there is an opportunity.
So,
maybe,
I mean, if it's $3,000 to walk in, I mean, you'd have to be. I mean, we need 4 tickets at least.
Well, but also, what's it called? I was just looking at for next round. I'm going to just pull it up real quick. Yeah, it's saying Eastern Conference Final, home game 1, 696. But I mean, I guess I could just try to pull one for the team. I mean,
yeah, I guess
everybody's down or no? If like I'm able to spike it.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, dude. What would your bankroll need to be walking in there? You think? Like, do you need $10,000?
No. Really, I mean, so what do we talk? So seven a ticket, right? Well,
let's do for Eastern Conference. 7 a ticket. We need 4, so that's 2,800.
Okay,
let's call it a cool even $3,000.
I mean, honestly, and you don't want to have to like be going to the ATM and stuff in order to. I mean, it sounds a little ridiculous, but like I feel like to like have enough on the table and like just be comfortable playing, be able to press. Well, first of all, take a guess on what do you think I'm going to say?
1,200.
No. I was gonna say $3,000. Like that, like right. There, and like you start with $50 hands and kind of just see how it goes and hope to hit it when you're hot. But it's all restraint. Probably right. It's probably a sober session.
Restraint, patience.
Yeah, literally just waters.
Yeah.
Waters and coffees.
Yeah, coffees.
I mean, Michael knows it. You could do it.
Yeah.
Like I really like. I mean, I guess it depends what time dinner's over on Tuesday.
I hope I can get that call that night. Tony, we're going.
You think if you did get the call, the text, like you think you would almost be more excited than hearing the scores?
Yeah, no, absolutely I would be. I'd be jumping up and down.
I have to say, I don't know if everybody's asleep at the wheel. I mean, it seems like we have a decent amount of people with us right now. I'm surprised there's not one comment about this.
I know. But maybe.
But what do you think it is? Do you think it's people saying? I mean, this talk is a little delusional. The only thing I don't
think so, though.
And I know you could attest to this. Is there have been nights where that happens?
Yeah, where you pull it off.
But it was never like going into it that was the plan. But now that it is, there's more pressure. But
yeah, I mean, if anything, I think the prices to get into the game is a little delusional.
Yeah, but in all honesty, because we know how hard it is to win, Tony, would you say better plan is because I mean, I guess it's going for it, right? I'm saying like, do you think like in the long run is it better to go for it that night or to just be like, just get the tickets? Like, what do you think is?
I mean, again, if you need $3,000 to do
Right.
this for a bankroll, and we're going to Eastern Conference Finals, the $3,000 could get us the tickets.
Right.
So, I mean, but if you're going all in for, let's say we're going for like you're going to use this winnings and put it towards cup tickets.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like too, you know what I mean? It's like, I know it's like, well, and also I feel like, you would start with that amount, but you're not going to let it go down to 0. And then also, I just feel like it's just it's such a big nut. It's worth seeing if you could just win it.
Yeah.
I think so. Because like, what would you say if you had to give a percentage? Josh B says it's just ridiculous. What would you say a percentage of being able to do that? Let's say over a 4 to 5 hour session, just water and coffee. What do you think? Starting with $50 hands, going from there.
The percentage in which you do succeed.
And like the tickets are secured.
Oh my God, dude. I'm thinking like maybe 30%. Right?
30. I mean, it seems like actually a pretty good amount. That's a lot of money.
A third.
To win,
yeah, it
obviously.
is a lot of money to win. But again, like blackjack, it's your best odds, and you know how to do it. So I feel like 30% gives you, a fighting chance.
It's so funny though. I know, like in the past, like whenever, like with like Mark and Corey, like we've gotten riled up, like, oh, let's just spike it for legends. And it's like every time you specifically say that,
and it's
so sorry.
Do you think you're better off just like literally taking that $3,000 and just putting it on black?
I always think about that, but I just feel like for whatever reason, whenever somebody does that, it never works.
I know, but would it be sick?
Like,
though?
haven't you seen the guy like at the Borgata? Calling it a night, guys. Going all in here. I'm either gonna kill it or I'm gonna lose 1,500. Dealer has blackjack.
But I have seen that, dude. I've seen one time a guy put like $1,000 on a number and had like everyone else on the table put it on the number.
That is like expecting to win the lottery. I think it's different.
Yeah.
A blackjack hand. I know technically, yes, the way it's set up, house is better odds. But if you're just thinking about it, either you win or you don't. Isn't that a 50-50 chance? I know like there's other stuff that goes into it versus a number is a 1 in 35 chance, or is it 1 in
36?
36 because of 00?
Well, no. I guess maybe it's more than that because there is
37.
37.
Isn't there 2?
Well, no. There's 35 numbers,
right? But
and then 0, 00, 37.
0, 00, 37. Yeah. So I just feel like that's crazy. And what about you, Tony? So let's just say it wasn't yours. You were gifted and you couldn't use it like to just get tickets. So take that part out of the equation. $1,500. Okay. And you could either just play blackjack with it or you could do what you said. What would you rather do? Honestly. And you it's like you could just pocket it. Like,
right.
You have to do one or the other.
I mean, if I'm doing it to get
tickets,
I would do put it on black. Because I think that's your best chance. I really think it's 50-50. It's your best shot. I think if I do blackjack, I'll end up losing it.
I just feel like it's just, it's just tough though. It's
more fun to play blackjack, that's for sure.
No, I know, but you do and also I don't know, roulette. Never done well with the roulette. Barely have done it. I would say the last 10 years I've probably played roulette twice.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't like it. I feel like I don't have the patience for it. It's like, I guess, yes, you could do black and red, but even when I've tried to do that, and then, you look at the nut, like how many times, and it's like, I just feel like it doesn't work. And then, like, I think you were saying you think it has nothing to do with how many times like red or black has come out the previous time. But how does that make sense, though, just from the fact that if reds come out 15 times in a row, like, is it really going to keep coming out? Like, it's got to be black at some point. Like,
right.
Doesn't that play into the equation?
No, yeah. I mean, it does get inside your head a little bit. But think about it like, I mean, you're flipping a coin is really what it is. It's a 50-50 shot at getting red or black every single time. So every single time it's 50-50. The odds are the same every roll. So, like, no matter how many times, like, there's no odds about how many times it can show up red. It doesn't matter because it's a new roll every time. Every time it's 50-50 every time. So I don't know. I've gotten hammered at roulette, but I did one time I won like $1,200.
Yeah, hammered or no?
Definitely drinking. But again, when I gamble, I'll do just beers because it's I'm not trying to get crazy while I'm trying to gamble with money.
Was that your number one win? $1,200?
Yeah, that was my biggest win.
And you didn't play at all after that. That was it. You just pocketed the $1,200.
I played a little blackjack after that. I lost $200. And then I was like,
200, still up 1,000.
I was like, oh. But it was sick because, like, again, the way normal, like, if it's like a $10 minimum.
Yep.
you have to put $10 on the board. And if you put red or black, it has to be $10 on red or black. You can't like split it between the board and black. And then I'd bet the columns too, because you can do there's 3 columns. So I'd hammer like one column, bet the other whole column, right? So hammer column numbers, bet the whole column, and then bet black. And you put 10 on each. And if you hit on all 3 of them, sometimes you can win like $200 in one pull.
Yeah.
So again, like you do really have to like lose a lot in order to win a lot too. Like there is with roulette, it is like more of a numbers game in terms of how much you're betting versus how much you could potentially win, because you're going to need to make that same bet multiple rolls before you win. So if I'm putting $30 down to win, let's say 200, then I know I can play this specifically, 9 times or 7 times before I have to be like, I just fucking lost.
And it's crazy too, because I know a lot of people say like, especially craps, like the odds and like what you're saying with roulette. And I just feel like for me, it's too complicated. Like I don't want to have to like think about all these. Like I'd rather just have and like because I know AJ likes to go multiple hand. Like I like just one hand and like let's see what happens.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Instead of like all these like different pass lines going on.
Craps is tough, dude.
Have you played it that many times or not?
No, I played it twice, but never in a casino. It was at like a function.
You used to host
thing.
underground games?
No. Obviously not underground. I think it was like a retirement party, casino themed, sort of deal.
I cannot believe that during this segment. What do you think we've been talking about this for? 10 minutes at least, 15 maybe?
Yeah, probably 15.
That AJ Tanucci is not called in.
Like, I know you imagine
is going, for next month.
Give us some tips, dude. Dude, I've been honestly seeing a lot of people online play Baccarat. Have you noticed that?
I've heard about that, and I think so. A famous poker player, Phil Ivey, Tony. He's World Series of Poker bracelets, but he got kicked out of a casino. Like there might even be still ongoing litigation. At one time, there definitely was in Atlantic City. I think he won $1 million, and they were like questioning if he like cheated or not.
Oh my God, really?
But yeah, everybody said, "Oh, Baccarat, best odds," and I thought it was like something like most of the time it's a push or something,
right?
But I don't know why the odds are the best, and they get something with the bank, right, or something. The banker,
yeah, you can bet on the banker or the
right.
player, but it's like first, it's like whoever gets closest to 9 on a 2-card draw, I think. But then like I'm not sure, like 10 is like a 0 or something. Face cards mean something else. Face cards are 1, I think, or something like that. I'll have to look up the rules, but it does seem like it's relatively simple to play. But Phil Ivey, is he the guy with the cowboy hat, the old guy, poker player?
That's Brunson. And I
Brunson.
think he passed away.
He did pass away. Yeah. Phil Ivey, I know the name, dude.
You'll once you see him, you'll.
Oh yeah. This guy, dude. I used to.
You made one final table.
You may laugh, but when I was in high school, I used to love watching Poker After Dark.
No, we used to watch that World Series of Poker all the time because that's what we did. Like everyone would rotate having poker games. But honestly, poker, another thing.
Too much waiting.
Yeah. It's like, and then it's like, oh, you can bluff. Yeah, you can bluff. Every time you decide to bluff, it's like someone has the nuts. And then Jeremy Schaap is right there, and it's tough. At the end of the day, it is
tough, dude.
It is tough.
Have you ever played poker at a casino like Texas Hold'em before?
So it's so funny you say this. Only twice. The first time, second hand. Okay, go all in. $75 or something. But trips, king kicker, lose to the ace kicker.
Really?
Didn't play for like 8-9 years after that, and then went once. I think last year. And it thought, it was kind of fun, like whatever, won some hands. And like, I think I ended up losing like $40 or something. But again, sat there for a couple hours. It's just not, I don't know. I don't want to grind it out. And I just feel like it's like, you just have to push one hand and hope you win or try to do some big bluff. Like that's how you're going to win other than like, grinding it out for 10 hours. And it's just, I can't do that.
I remember, again, like trying to get into it when I was younger. I feel like a lot of like professional players will tell you to like fold. They fold like 70% of their hands.
Yes. And then I started doing that because but I don't know. It's just not that much fun.
And the casino is tough because then even the Borgata, the poker room is packed all the time. You have to sit on a waiting list and then you got to wait.
Yeah.
And it's like, geez, dude.
And the poker room at Mohegan, they like built a new one recently. I mean, it's definitely nice. And it used to be 24 hours. It's not anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. But listen, we'll see what happens Tuesday. And who knows, Tony? We might be talking about going to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. So
I'd lose my shit.
Let's see what happens. Dallas beating down Colorado, a 4-goal lead last night before Colorado stormed back with 3 goals in the third to make it 4-3. But Lindell, Tony, Issa Lindell putting the game away, an empty netter to tie this series up at 1 game apiece. We were watching part of this game last night. Pretty much a surprise here to see what they did, dominating this game.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, those first 2 periods we saw, or period and a half, whatever, Dallas was just all over Colorado. Colorado had some spurts, I guess, of offense, but they really could not get much going. Georgiev had made some great saves in the first couple of periods, but again, I mean, the Stars were just they were firing all cylinders. I mean, these are guys too that I feel like I've been talking about. Rupi Hintz, Heiskanen. Guys that need to start showing up, and they did exactly that, which is great. Tyler Seguin, by the way, with the shorthanded goal, he had a few chances too. I feel like last night, again, that first period we watched, it could have been easily 3-0 after the first period instead of 1-0. But again, thankfully to Georgiev having some great saves, stuff like that. But again, he can only do so much. But I mean, I don't know. I think Avs need to certainly bump up some offensive production if they expect to bounce back next game. Ottinger. Again, he played really well too. He certainly did give Stars this amount of cushion. There were some points where the Avs seemed like they had open net. Ottinger gets the leg out, dude. He's been doing a great job. But again, I mean, you and I are definitely surprised. We were talking about it. For the Stars to tie it up at 1. I think, obviously worst case scenario after, being up 1-0 for the Avs, but specifically because, if you're the Avalanche, you just don't want the Stars hanging around because they do have veteran players and a team that has veteran players like that, they lick their chops in scenarios where they're kind of underdogs, but they kind of have momentum on their side, stuff like that. Next game's gonna be huge game 3, dude, for the series, to be honestly. And we talked about it too. We kind of think maybe it could go 7. I think game 3 is going to be really indicative because I feel like if the Avs win it, we could potentially see
it's over in 5.
It could be over. It could be, honestly. If the Avs win game 3, it really could be.
Going to be tough for Dallas to go into Colorado. Those fans are riled and looking for that elusive second title in the past 3 seasons. So we'll have to see what happens there. On the ice tonight, we do have a couple games here between the Panthers and the Bruins, the Oilers and the Canucks. So I guess everybody will have to figure out what we're going to say in an abbreviated, full-on hockey frenzy.
That is right, Brian. Let's get started. 7 p.m. TNT. You said it. The Bruins are playing at the TD Garden, hosting the Panthers for Game 3. A huge Game 3 for both teams. Of the Bruins, Panthers actually came off that dub last game. Boston plus 105 at the Garden, which is kind of crazy. Over under is 5.5, like it has been. And it has gone over in those first 2 games. So what do you see happening here in Boston tonight?
I'm going to say that it's tight early, Tony. Maybe even 1-1 after 2 periods. But I think that Florida Panthers offense comes to life in that third period. 3 goals to win, ultimately 4-1. So you talk about games going over. I think this one goes under. And the Florida Panthers lead this second round series 2-1.
Absolutely love that call. I'm going to go with the Bruins tonight, Brian. I do think TD Garden is going to be something different here tonight. Those fans are going to be riled to see the Bruins play back at home here, earning, as Brian would say, for this victory at home to go up 1 game in the series. I do like the low scoring to kind of change the pace a little bit. We saw Swayman get pulled last game. He's going to be tight. He's going to be solid. Bobrovsky's going to be solid like he's been all postseason. I say Bruins win in an overtime thriller 2-1. And it's going to be Brad Marchand, the Rat himself, with the OT winner. And they go up 2-1, headed back to Florida. Now, next game here, 10 p.m., the back-to-back on TNT. You know the deal. The Canucks taking on the Oilers for the Battle of Canada here, as Vancouver, surprisingly to Brian, leads this series 1-0. You have game 2 here in Vancouver, over under 6.5. And the Canucks, yet again here, plus money, 105 in their own dome at Rogers Arena. We know they won 4-5. JT Miller had a goal in that game. What do you see happening for the Oilers?
I know it's too typical of me. You try to multitask. You can't. You had Bruins in the under?
Yep.
So I guess it is some multitasking, no?
No, you got it.
Just wanted to make sure, not put down the wrong pick.
Of course, you would hate to have that.
There'll be no error with this pick, Tony. And I know, yes, you're going to be all waxing poetic about JT Miller, the job the Canucks did last game, coming back, all of that. Well, let me tell you, the Edmonton Oilers, Coach Knobloch, and no relation to Chuck.
No relation.
Are going to be jacked up here and ready to punch the Canucks straight in their mouths, Tony.
Wow.
I'm saying 7-4. The Oilers will tie this series up at 1 game apiece. So naturally, that is the Oilers and the over. And
absolutely love
it.
that.
But you're going to take the Canucks and the under, so go ahead.
I'm taking the Canucks.
You're not taking the under. That would be idiotic.
The under, I think, would be a little idiotic here. The backup tenders, Stuart Skinner, maybe. I don't know, man. So give me the over here and the Canucks. You look at some of the point leaders here in the postseason. Obviously, Brock Bouger, JT Miller, time of 7 points, but also Dakota Joshua, a young center from Minnesota himself, 7 points this postseason. Had only, I think, maybe 25 points over the course of the year. So a little bit of a not-so-usual suspect. So give me 2 goals for him tonight, a goal for JT Miller, and a goal for Quinn Hughes. Why not? And what do that make? That'll make 4 goals. So I would say, yeah, why not? The Canucks win this one 4-3, dude, which I believe, is still the over here. So let's freaking go.
Your abbreviated hockey frenzy is over, Tony. So 2 games tonight. It's interesting you go oppo on both of me. I don't know if that was by design or not, or just true sentiments.
You went under as well for Boston, right?
Well, I meant on the winners.
On the winners, yeah.
But
it was not by design.
Not by design. Which one are you more confident in?
Oh, that's tough, dude. I would have to say not the Oilers.
The Canucks. Or the Bruins.
The Bruins. Yeah,
okay. And kind of just interested. I mean, what's the thought there? I mean, we saw them really have, peaks and valleys this year. The end of the year wasn't great. Obviously, they win the game 7. They win game 1 of that series. I mean, what gives you the confidence in them winning other than the home ice?
Other than the home ice, that's great because obviously home ice is huge, I think, for this game for the Bruins. But I do think that last game really lit a fire underneath their ass. David Pastrnak did take a couple of dirty shots from Tkachuk. And I don't think anyone's happy about that on the Bruins lineup here. And the one thing the Bruins are really good at, and they've been so good at it forever, is getting underneath your skin and then scoring because you're pissed. Like they've done it, like literally Brad Marchand's game. That is a lot of their strategy for the Bruins. Like I said, it's been for as long as I've watched them. That's like their top thing to do is to pound you down until you get angry and then you make stupid mistakes and they score. And I think that's what's going to happen now because they're tight. And the Panthers, I think, have a little bit of work ahead of themselves.
I mean, I would rather play the Bruins than the Panthers. So if they want to win, I mean, God.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I think both teams are going to be good, but
I think the Panthers are a better team.
I think so too. I do think at the end of the day they are better, but the Bruins are a team. I guess they're that type of team that can make this run in the playoffs. I don't care about regular season. They have the market, they have the coaching, they have the staff, the players to make a run in the postseason. So I mean, I'd be worried about playing either team really because Panthers also. We talked about. Obviously Tkachuk, Verhaeghe, Reinhardt. I mean, they have like a ridiculous roster as well. It's nuts to think about those questions. Who'd you rather play? Because at this point, I mean, you're playing the best teams around regardless,
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a challenge. But I do think Bruins take it tonight. I don't know if they have the wherewithal to take the series though.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Sun coming out outside or no? Kind of feels like it. Ready to poke, Tony? A poke check? Or not really? I'm just searching for it.
I think you are a little bit. I mean, I feel like
Oh,
it's trying to. It looks like it's trying to, but there's cloudy. It's still a little overcast out
looks
there.
like, let's see. So now they're pushing the 40, but it's just like I'm forcing it. Like, don't you think though, with me trying to like
Listen, dude,
sneak in the rounds?
Enjoy the win. You're golfing tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Rest
what,
up.
What are you thinking?
Yes, dude.
They'll go out there in the rain, shoot a 105.
Yeah.
Be
Oh no.
pissed,
Yeah.
double think it, overthink it tomorrow.
A little R&R.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
You got it. You can handle it.
And Josh B. Riled says, love playing poker, takes calm, takes skill, takes reading people. Love it, LOL. And then what does he mean? The Y is silent?
Whose name did we pronounce that was wrong? Anyone? Who has a Y in their name? Josh B, you got
Yeah, he'll let us know.
5 minutes ago too.
No, he'll remember. He's good with that stuff.
He is good with that stuff, dude.
But that being said, obviously riled for game 4 tomorrow.
Poker night with Josh.
Poker night with Josh incoming. And also what's incoming is the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So an abbreviated baseball slate yesterday. Yankees did have their final game against the Houston Astros. And as Kev alluded to earlier in the show, they do not win, Tony, losing 4-3. Gave up 3 in the first. Marcus Stroman running into trouble there. Unfortunately, had a late comeback attempt thwarted by Josh Hader, a strikeout of Anthony Volpe to end it. Juan Soto left on deck, Tony. But at the end of the day, listen, it's another series won. You're 25-14. Your offense looked good in this series. In this game specifically, Volpe homered, and then Aaron Judge 473. No, that's not a typo. 473 feet. He's been absolutely dialed, Tony. And just to give you an idea, because fantasy is always good with this, with like the last 2 week type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I believe this might be just OPS, which is fine. But the last 2 weeks, he has a 446 OPS with 5 homers and 12 RBIs. Are people so concerned about the Yankee captain, Tony?
I really think they shouldn't be. I mean, again, looking at his splits just for the month of May, 357. We got a stolen bag. Wow, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs.
Slugging 821, 1170 or 1276 OPS?
1276, dude. And he's got 10 doubles on the season already. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. There we go. I mean, he's getting the bat to the ball.
Yeah. And then Marcus Stroman, though, unfortunately, not a good outing. ERA ballooning to 3.8. 5 2/3, 9 hits. That's too many. 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, to 2 home runs in the first inning, Tony.
Yikes.
Those are killers. Alvarez and Singleton. Later, Jeremy Pena with a single. And Jeremy Pena for Houston has really, because I have him for fantasy in a couple of leagues, really had a resurgent third season in the big leagues. We saw him burst on the scene during their 2022 World Series run. Struggled in the second half of last season, but this year so far, hitting 333 with an 846 OPS, 4 home runs after having the longest homerless streak in the majors coming into this season. So pretty impressive stuff there. Obviously, the Astros still mired in last place. So I think at the end of the day, tough loss, but it's on to Tampa, a place that, you've had a couple kerfuffles in the past. So it's one of those things, we just won 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium. As we head to Florida, head to Tampa, head to the Trop, you're looking to do just that tonight, starting at 6:50, which is a very peculiar, and I know I said Say it.
Peculiar.
You almost said it with like an accent. I feel like peculiar. Why can't I not say it?
Peculiar.
Peculiar. I'm not even gonna say it.
Very
But
peculiar.
it's an interesting.
It's a tough
start
word to
time.
get out after,
Yeah.
actually.
Peculiar, but it's botched. I don't know. I don't have it. For
It's
whatever
all right.
reason.
No, you have to think about it. What
I
other
know.
word did you start? Oh,
Camaraderie?
Harbaugh.
Or Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
think about it. Very
Ye-
peculiar.
Peculiar, but it's still it's
know.
choppy,
It's odd. Okay,
Yeah.
it's very odd.
just like the start time.
Yeah.
Clark Schmidt going against Tony Bradley tonight. Bradley has not pitched this year. Schmidt 3.50, but we know his tendency to give the long ball. I mean, obviously this Rays offense has been great. The 500 team, just like the Mets, Tony. So we'll have to see.
Wait, what does that do with anything, dude?
We'll have to see what happens, and I'm sure that will be talked about in our frenzy. And before we get to that, big series for the Mets at Citi Field this weekend against the Atlanta Braves.
That is correct. The Atlanta Braves, who are second in the division, I would think, obviously behind the Phillies. And it is huge because you had 2 days off, the postponed game.
Mhm.
Obviously, yesterday was an off day. So now Quintana, I believe, on the mound tonight. And again, I mean, it's just the Braves here, a Braves team that's I guess is maybe some peaks and valleys this season, but obviously still a very talented roster, very talented team. I believe Charlie Morton, though, is the pitcher tonight.
Yes,
and I'm
versus
sure
Jose Quintana.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll get more into it in the frenzy, but you would imagine like batting practice, the days are off, you're rested. We're at home too, so let's get riled. And I don't think the rain should affect anything. So
Yeah, it should clear up later this evening. But let's go. Let's do an abbreviated full-on baseball frenzy.
let's freaking go, Brian. I said it. I'll start it off 7:10 p.m. in New York. Beautiful Flushing, Queens. I'm not sure if he was born in Flushing, but he was born in Queens, where your guy, Gary Cohen,
I knew that was
born
coming.
and raised, dude. As the Mets start their series here against the Braves, we said it, Quintana versus Morton. The Mets here, plus 125 in their own house. 7.5 is your over-under spot here. They did have a 4-game set earlier this year with 1 game rained out. But you did see the Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Braves in that set. They also scored, 29 runs in those 3 games against the Braves. You got to be pretty happy about that. You would imagine they can score heavily tonight. I think it's going to be absolute batting practice against Morton with a 3.5 ERA. He is 2-0, but that's because he's a great lineup normally behind him to hype him up. But nonetheless here, I think they should be able to hit him. You're thinking like literally Lindor, Marte, Alonso, Dingers, dude, McNeil, and that bottom, batting in 7th in the lineup. That issue towards the bottom, batting 3 for 4, probably Beatty even with a dinger. He's due. But give me the Mets here tonight. Give me the over as well between these 2 pitchers. I honestly can't believe it's only 7.5 between these 2 guys. Because if you look at their ERAs, it would equate to like 9. But regardless, give me the Mets winning this game. I'm going to say 7-5. The Mets, baby. What do you have for your
Marcelo
first game?
Ozuna, 12 home runs. That's playing nice for my fantasy team.
Oh, really? I gotta
But
check mine.
The Yankees, I think this is what happens. I think early on, maybe through 4.5 innings or 5 innings, we have a score of 2-2. And then I think the Yankees pounce on Bradley. I guess top of the 6th, maybe like a 4-run 6th. And they end up winning this game. We're going to say 7-4. So we're going to go the Yankees and the over.
Love that for you, Brian, and for the Yankees, dude. My next game here, second game.
Second game, final game. No, just kidding.
Nah, you wish, buddy. Let's see. Oh, wow. Michael King against Tyler Glass now. That's going to be a great game to watch. Oh, my God. Blackburn versus Woo. The pitching matchups. I guess give me the Rangers against the Rockies. Why not pick an easy one here? Why not in Colorado? Why not the Rangers of Texas, that is? are minus 185 on the money line on the road. 8:40 p.m. in this game. Over under, like where it probably should be with the Mets game, at 9.5. You have John Gray matchup against Austin Gomber there for the Rockets. This is the first time these two teams are meeting. The Rockets just got off the schneid, beat the Giants 9-1, but we're on a 5-game losing streak before then, giving up a shit ton of runs. And the Rangers took 3 out of 4 against the A's. Have won 4 out of the last 5 games here. I mean, this is really looking for almost like a sweep here for the Rangers. Dolis Garcia leading the team with 8 home runs. Speaking of your fantasy team, my fantasy team, Jonah Hyam batting 300, looking well for me.
And I have Adolis Garcia on the same team as Marcelo Ozuna with Aaron Judge and Rafael Devers. So how do you like them apples?
I am basically picking every one of your fantasy teams here. Give me the Rangers winning this game. Will it go over? I think it's going to go under, though. Rangers in the under, they win 7-2.
9.5 total. Wow.
That's right. Just on the under, Brian.
I love that pick, but the Rockies did just beat the Giants. But again, the Rangers way better than the Giants, so they should slaughter them in theory, Tony.
Slaughter them, dude.
So second game here. Let's see. I am gonna go with the Phillies. They are in Miami. Suarez versus Rogers. Rogers a bloated 6.15 earned run average so far this year. Suarez has been great, 6-0, 1.72. So give me the Phillies. Give me the under. I think the Phillies shut out the Marlins here, 5-0.
5-0. Geez, dudes. Astros 13-24. That's crazy, dudes. Oh my God! I guess give me the Red Sox here. Boston's gonna be busy tonight. 7-10, huh? In Fenway, the Red Sox taking on the Nationals. In Fenway, at Fenway.
In Fenway doesn't sound right.
You're in the park, right?
It's weird. Nobody says that, though. Sorry.
I'll take a poll, okay? We'll take a poll
Let's
here.
Call Jeremy Schaap.
Jeremy Schaap. Netson, baby. Broadcasting at 7:10. Over under 8.5. The Red Sox minus 210 on the money line. Tanner Houck. 3-3 in the season. 1.9 ERA through 45 and a third innings pitched. How do you like that? Only gave up 1 home run, too. Keeping the ball in the park, Brian. Versus Patrick Corbin on the dish.
6 scoreless. Mark it down. Write down that little pad you have over there.
All right, dude.
Corbin. 6 scoreless.
Scoreless. Give me Patrick Corbin going 3 2/3, giving up 7 earned runs in or at Fenway Park here.
There he is.
The Red Sox, Tyler O'Neill. Was he? No, he's actually no. I thought he was hurt for a little bit. Never mind. 9 home runs, paying dividends for somebody's fantasy team out there. Give me number 10 for him as the Red Sox win this game. I don't know. I'll say, 6-3, which is just at the over. Bang.
All right. So the Red Sox are the over. And my third game.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You've done the game. That's right. Wow. Forgetting about you.
Third game, final game. Give me the Dodgers over the Padres.
Knew it.
Glasnow versus Michael King, who has struggled up to this point this season. And, when I look at this, I just think, arch nemesis. Glasnow's been dialed. Otani's been dialed. His former interpreters headed to federal prison, Tony.
Yeah.
And that might be where Mike Schultz is going if he can't turn this season around for the Padres. So give me the Dodgers. Give me the over. I'm going to say King gets popped, and the Dodgers win this game 8-2. So the Dodgers in the over, just like that. That is your baseball frenzy. So let's go Yankees. Let's get this series W this weekend. And let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
Wow.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All right. Do we have Michael on the line?
Yeah, Michael calling in right now. Hold on, standing by. Gonna patch you through our call service here. Let's see what's going on here. And now you should be live in the car. Michael, in the car. What do you want to talk about?
Hello?
Michael, yes, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Michael.
What is going on?
What's up, fellas?
Not much. How are we doing on this fine overcast morning?
How are your bodies feeling today?
Not too bad. More just a general tiredness.
Yes.
Not really soreness.
Yes, you got to remember though, Brian golfs, 5 times a week, so he's used to it.
Yeah, my lower back's a little tight, but I loosened it up. We're back.
Nice.
Loosey goosey, Tony.
So yeah, dude, I know Domac and Riley won't, step up to the plate.
Literally
so I had to
crickets.
be NBA.
Crickets.
Oh, of course, dude. You know how they are.
You think they're nervous?
They can't. Nervous, and when negative things happen in their life, they coil up and go into their rooms in their closets and cry.
Now, honestly though, because I know we all get jacked up, but just honest opinion, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, is this possible? Can they really pull this off?
Yes. You know why? People forget he played big West Coast playoff games. And Barnes, the West is a different animal.
Absolutely.
This is nothing new.
Look at the Suns.
And there's no pressure. There's no pressure on them. Remember that. Nobody believes in
pressure.
Cleveland ever, first of all. Only time they did was when LeBron was there. And any time else, what happened to them. The whole, city. Forget about Cleveland Cavaliers. So Donovan, I think, can do it, dude. I really do. And Garland's underrated, man. He's a great guard. He's a great guard.
Yeah, no. I mean, and we talked about it, I think, last time we were talking basketball, but Jared Allen, I've always loved what he brings on the.
And I know,
me
too. He was hurt, though. He didn't play.
Oh, he didn't? I didn't realize. Did he get hurt in game 1?
I'm not sure. It's something with his
Rib
apparently.
Contusion. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But obviously, Mobley. There is talent than the average person would think. Oh, we go down, Tony, to game logs. Okay, so he hasn't played. Okay, he played last on April 27th. So I mean, there is a ton of talent there, and our guy Isaac Okoro is still there, right?
Yeah,
exactly, bro.
12 points plus 15 on the court.
Could you imagine though, Michael? I mean, we have 45 Isaac Okoro prison cards. Could you imagine if he pops? He's only 23,
and he just has right now, going forward, this playoff series, he just breaks through.
Yeah. I mean, that is something, Tony, right?
Yeah, no, it's a lot right there.
I mean, dude, Barnes, if you look at these playoffs from Peyton Pritchard to Edwards to Isaac Okoro, a lot of our cards, dude, are in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin, and they're all playing really well, dude. So, again, Domac not knowing what he's talking about. Just like he doesn't know what he talks about with the Celtics.
Or his Mets
I would
hat.
be worried if I was them. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And also, we all called it, Dallas coming through.
Yep.
No problem. Ankle this, Luka that. It's a game. It's a wrap.
Bang.
OKC's too young. And I could totally see them losing. And then, we said it last night, dude. The Suns' future, who knows what's going on with them. But,
a little murky.
I mean, if Kevin Durant wants to save his career, he goes to OKC and wins one there.
Wow. And then once again, we could sing I'm coming home.
Oh my God. What do you think the chances are, Michael?
Is that Fort Minor?
I'm coming home?
Or not?
Yeah.
I think so, right? It is.
I feel like I need to add that to my mix of songs. Obviously, it's been so. What's the
No,
name
I don't
of
know if it's Fort Minor. I don't know if it is.
Diddy, Dirty
No,
Money.
Skylar
really
Gray. I'm coming home. It's Skylar Gray.
It is Skylar Gray. So what's this song with Fort Minor?
That's I know which one you're talking about. That one's a jam though from back in the day.
Remember their name? No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Remember the name?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a jam. It's amazing. I know it's. Oh my
Oh,
God,
shit.
Michael.
I can see Brian right now just getting riled to this song.
Bus home. Did you ever used to shoot around with this song, Michael, or no?
Oh, dude, yeah, of course. Like that. You remember those? You know how you always say the smell of the car.
Yes,
those are those days.
That's so funny, dude.
Tony missing the game winner. It all relates.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude. I mean, I technically saw it.
Exactly.
No, but I was talking about it before. How funny was it that his face when he came in after I said that they scored, his face looked like they lost. And he's still tight about it over here.
I am tight about it.
But that being said, Michael, 2 games tonight: the Knicks, the Pacers, game 3, followed by Nuggets, Timberwolves doubleheader. Jeremy Schaap probably at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. What do you think's happening tonight, Michael?
You're gonna see 2 big road wins, dude.
Wow.
Definitely, hands down. Indiana, and I hate to say it, I mean, if the Knicks pull it off, then
it's in Indiana though.
Great.
So you mean home win there?
I mean, home win.
Yeah.
Well, one home, one away.
The Nuggets getting back in the series.
Yes, exactly. Definitely. Jokic, MVP, just announced. Team's gonna rally. They're not gonna go. This isn't the Lakers Barnes in 2011 to Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely not that. Jokic isn't built like that. So definitely going to be a different game. But the Knicks, that's going to be a battle. But I just think they're going to lose because of the calls. I just don't see how they're going to beat the refs.
Yeah. No, they were talking about that this morning, that regardless of the injuries, I know that. Did you catch that, Tony, or not?
What?
I had it almost seemed like I was gonna hiccup or something. I had this weird sound that came out, but
I didn't really hear it,
Dave was talking about it, but yeah, he thinks the calls are gonna be ridiculous. I do think this is what I think happens, honestly, because the Knicks are the better team here. I know the injuries are tough. I think they lose tonight, but a vengeance, Michael. Game 4, go back to the Garden 3-1 and probably win in 5, honestly. And then it would be crazy if they end up matching up with the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Final. I know that's a little out there, but the whole thing with, they should have got Donovan Mitchell, I mean, it would come to fruition.
Yep.
So
yeah, I know. We'll see it play out. That'd be crazy.
So we'll have to see. And then Nuggets, Timberwolves. I know you said Nuggets bounce back tonight. Does that go 7? Do the Timberwolves hang on? What do you think there?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna go 7, I think, dude.
Yeah. So
they're both dogs. I mean, we'll see. Jamal Murray has to step up for sure too.
Yeah, definitely. So
Jamal Murray has to step up, dude.
Let's
throwing shit on the court.
Let's see what happens. And definitely going to be tuning in tonight. That's for sure. Anything else, Michael, on the way out here?
Apparently, my inside sources are telling me that LeBron, I don't know if this is true, but I got to look into it. LeBron, KD, Steph, and I forgot the other guys, there's a couple more, are all going on a trip together. And then, discussing the future of their careers, essentially, together.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Just remember the Cancun trip back in the day?
Banana boat?
This is Cancun trip part 2, but with maybe potential of fruition.
Would you say they're earning for one more run?
Say it again?
Would you say they're earning, as Josh B says, no Y pronunciation there, for one more run at a title?
Oh my God, dude. They all are itching to just stay dominant in the NBA, I think, with all these young bucks coming up. So I feel like they just want to join forces so they can play longer.
So they're all going to go to the Knicks?
No. That'd be fucking crazy, but no.
That would be fucking crazy.
If all of a sudden you just hear the Knicks are blowing it up, they're getting.
Yeah, exactly. No, you dropped out.
You cut out a little bit. We said blowing
it up and all of that.
That would be crazy.
I am going to say though, watch out for Cleveland. I could totally see Gilbert, LeBron reunion. I'm coming home.
Oh my God.
Coming home.
Tell the world I'm coming home.
And dude, you know what, bro? Cleveland would definitely draft Bronny. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It would be crazy. What's your thoughts on it? Does that happen? LeBron coming home or no?
I mean, yeah, I guess it would make sense. The full circle.
It's up LeBron's alley.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Cleveland. And then the freaking the whole giant, poster wall billboard thing again of him in Cleveland, dude. Oh my God. They're probably gonna play that song. Who knows, dude? Yeah, it'd be a whole dramatic this, dramatic that, and then like Michael said, they would draft Bronny. Family, Cleveland, bring a city together, but they don't give a shit about the city anyway. The city sucks.
Yep. And money they'll make doing that? Are you me, Brian?
Yeah, really, dude. I don't know what the hell that city's doing. I've been to Cleveland. It's a fucking shithole, dude. There's like hookers and homeless men everywhere. Yeah, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there, which was underwhelming, mind you. And I mean, I guess it was like, it's a nice city. It's old looking, like a lot of like colonial looking buildings. Architecture was kind of cool, white marble, whatnot. But it's just like the streets are just, decrepit, dude. Everyone's sad there. The food wasn't that good.
In Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah. In Cleveland. It wasn't a very happy city to be in.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
To see. But yeah, so the weekend is upon us, fellas. Enjoy the movie, great Michael. Heard that earlier.
Yeah, we got to talk to him because we have a meeting. Remember, from 2 to 3 range.
That's correct.
So, but we'll talk because we're gonna go over it. But yeah, we'll talk. And yeah, we're definitely gonna go at some point.
Yeah, sounds good, dude.
All right, Michael.
All right,
appreciate you, man.
Have a good day, fellas.
You too, dude. See you soon,
Michael Theophil. And just like that, Tony. The week that was. I know round 2 has started in Charlotte.
Wow.
But it doesn't look like there's really any changes at the top.
Nothing to report
Xander
on.
teeing off next hour. So still the same. He's still 3 shots up on Norin, Morikawa, and McIlroy. So looks like this is something we'll have to recap on Monday. In terms of across state lines here in South Carolina, Bobby McIntyre continuing the run, 11 under, Tony, 4 under through 12.
Pretty sick.
And he's 2 shots up on Wu and Bramlett. And then you have Eric Van Rooyen, Trace Crow, a name we're not familiar with, both at 8 under. And both 3 shots back of McIntyre. So let's see what happens. But and then I'm guessing 8 o'clock binge buddies.
That is correct. 8 p.m. binge buddies as of right now. I don't know if you remember this show I was talking about called The Bear, cooking. Jeremy Allen White, the guy from Shameless.
Okay,
the brother.
No. But
great
no
show
Shameless.
on Hulu. Phenomenal show. Cooking, dude. Cooking. On a restaurant, season 3 coming out, dude. Come on,
rapid fire.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a long, methodical breakdown of the first look, buddy. Okay. And then Mike and I are trying to see the new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie today. Hope we can get that in there, talk about it, review about it on Binge Buddies tonight.
Yeah,
which would be sick.
So everybody definitely check that out.
Josh Biano would be riled for that, dude.
Planet of the Apes. He's earning, Tony.
Earning for the golf. Earning for the poker.
Earning the AC weekends. We'll get Josh B fired up, definitely,
dude. It would be dope to do a poker night. I know maybe you don't, maybe too much for you. Do you do poker night? Would you do that? Really?
You know what it is? I guess I just can't get riled, and I'm just gonna want to go all in, and it's just That was the perfect time for the bite, Tony, but you missed the mark. It's okay.
I can find it. I mean,
I can find it.
No, it's fine. Didn't forget about it, dude.
But actually, could you just go the bite, like, that I asked you to put on today just one more time?
He scores! He scores!
It's the pause that does it for me.
Yes, it
that
really,
little pause,
really
dude.
does. What a time to be alive. And there it is. But once again, would like to thank everybody for tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees and Rangers.
Let's go Rangers and Mets.
And we will see you on Monday.
Happy Mother's Day. Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing,
sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.